All righty, welcome back to the Coliseum. You're watching Longview Game Day's presentation of Longview Lobo basketball. I'm Frank Sides, joined by Ray Wade tonight. How are you tonight, Ray?
I am doing well, Frank. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. First of the month, Black History Month, and it's a great basketball game tonight. Great night to be inside a gym watching some basketball.
Absolutely, and for those of you that tune in specifically for Keaton Daniels, he is en route. He seems to believe he can make it here by halftime, but we'll see.
Yeah, you got me in as a replacement. All of those that are looking forward to seeing and hearing Keaton's voice, you know, you're stuck with me tonight. I know I'm a second replacement to that, but we'll try to do our best to keep you entertained tonight.
All right, getting the Lobo introductions out of the way. And if you're tuning in from Texarkana, we appreciate you watching. Everybody watching, share the feed and let some folks know where they can watch some high school basketball on this beautiful Friday night. I'll lay out for just a minute, let them finish up with the announcements here.
Number 4, T.D. Williams. Assistant coaches for the Lobos, Max Moore, Jason Claiborne, and Jared King. And your head coach, Sam Weaver. Let's go, Lobos!
Alrighty, Lobo fans, I recognize that voice. That was Miss Cherise Horton. Helps me call volleyball games, filling in tonight, and did a wonderful job with the opening announcements. All right, Ray, Lobos come into this one 26-3 overall, 9-1 in district, tied for first with Mount Pleasant. And Coach Sam Weaver in his second year here at Longview has these boys cooking with his new system, with his system.
Absolutely. You know, you look at one of these games, and sometimes for a team that's having a great season, these games can be a little bit scary for you because you know you got a big week next week. You know everything that's on the line. You have a team that's 2-8 in district. You got them at home. Sometimes teams will have a tendency to kind of let up a little bit. So we're going to hope Longview tonight comes in and attack them right from the start and try to put this game away and not let Texas High build up any confidence to think that they can hang around tonight.
Yes, sir, and that's a good way to describe how the first matchup went in Texarkana. They hung around, and it was a ball game late into the fourth quarter. Lobos only won by 11. And based on what you've seen from some of the final scores this year, got to commend Texas High for that.
Good. Yeah, and Longview, you know, initially they go right to their patent offense. Things we do well is we crash the boards well. We got, like, great size. We got the ball inside. Hey, you know, scoring first, we get to build our confidence a little bit. But we'll see how well we do on defense because what you don't want to do with a team that's been struggling, that's 2-8 in district, is you don't want them to start getting comfortable on offense because, as we all know, you get comfortable on offense, you can start throwing up things.
And Blamberg can't finish at the basket, had a little pressure from behind. And that was Justice Davis with the first bucket for the Lobos, the offensive board and the putback.
You know, Blamberg had a guard running with him, you know, so you have a 2-on-1 like that. Give it up to the guard and get it back, and that would have been a dunk.
There's Davis again. Can't get that to go. Blamberg's there for the offensive board.
Referees are letting them play tonight. You know, there was a couple of them that have been questionable calls that could have been fouls.
Absolutely, and Robert Blamberg is going to head to the line here. The Lobos as a team, only 68% from the line this year, so that's one of the few weaknesses from the Lobo team this year.
I think LHS knew that I was going to be here tonight because they sent the cheerleaders out. It's my first time seeing them here all season. Way to go.
It is the first time for the boys game. Looking forward to the band here soon when things get real serious.
That's when they know that we're here, is when the band shows up. Longview's in their full court press.
Gonna have a quick
Force them into a quick timeout. That's great. You know, Coach Weaver's got the great game plan tonight. He's going to make sure that his guys stay aggressive. And when you're coming out pressing like that at the beginning of the game, you're not going to let them sit back and try to let the game come to them. You're going to take it to them, and that's a good idea for him to press.
Yeah, got a good look at the Texas High coach, Eric Cross, addressing his team in the huddle here early. Didn't like something he saw. And the first meeting, Texas High failed to finish off what they started with the Lobos. They had a good run in the first half. Lobos won the first meeting 60-49. If I can be honest with you, I got ahead of myself there with the sentence, and I didn't finish it. So All that jumbled mess to say Longview won the previous meeting 60-49.
Well, we're going to try to make sure we beat them by more than that tonight.
Correct.
Yes.
And those of you just tuning in, that is Ray Wade with me tonight. Nice move inside. Can't get it to go. That was number 4, Alex Orr. Ball's going to go out of bounds off of the
Looks like it
Lobo
was off
Tiger
of
basketball.
Longview. So Longview was in a zone just then, and now it looks like they came out of the zone. They're into a man. It's the first time we've seen them in their 2-3 zone. So, you know, that's one of those things, too, where you think Coach Weaver is looking to try to protect his bigs on fouls and shooters and things of that sort.
Nice play by the Lobos. Their defense, three-pointers up, no good. Blamberg with the rebound. And those of you, again, just tuning in, this is Ray Wade joining me. Drew Ward's got to look at the basket. Can't finish, but he's fouled.
Great call.
And Ray may not be aware, but he's about to be, that we are sending this to our sister company, Texarkana's site as well. So
Nice.
those watching, we're going to be a little homerish tonight for the Lobos. Ray's a Lobo. As a matter of fact, he's so much a Lobo that there's a state district championship winning. That is the man on the call tonight.
Look at that. Look at that. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Hey, say hello to everyone in Texarkana. Beautiful city, beautiful people. Texas High is a great high school, great program, always great athletes, always very competitive. So all those Texas High fans, welcome into Lobo Coliseum tonight.
Absolutely. Appreciate you watching. And a reminder, this is a Longview broadcast, so we are absolutely going to be Longview homers. No Billy Lavender tonight to offset us. So,
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can get this game over with early so we can be a little nicer to Texas High fans so it doesn't come down to the wire. And we
Ward.
really got to root.
Pump fake 3, and it's good. And you can hear the Drews are starting to make their way through the arena when Drew spots up for 3. Another 3 look. Alex Orr, that's money.
Yeah, that was a good look right there for him. I saw that kid in warm-ups, and he strokes it really well. So Longview is not going to be able to lose him in the zone. Not to make sure they find him.
D.D. Williams, the big man finishing down low.
Longview's back in their full-court press.
Some freakish athleticism from these Lobos. Tough finish, number 2, Trayvon Ellis. Amongst the Giants. You're kind of getting a chance to see just these last 2 possessions what makes Texas High such a difficult matchup. Drew Ward again for 3. No good. Didi's there to clean it up. The pass is stolen by Justin Brown. Ahead to Orr. One dribble. Goes up. Chris Head's there to defend, but it's unable to do so. And Alex Orr, 5 quick points.
You know, we can't let Texas High this is what we're afraid of. You know, when you have a team that's been struggling in district, you come out, you get them, let them build up confidence, and, you know, next thing you know, they're back in the game. It's a 4-point game.
And those of you from Texarkana that are just tuning in haven't seen these Lobos yet, just to give you an idea of what it is that they do well. Averaging 70 points a game. 11 offensive boards per game because of the size. We do attempt nearly 18 threes a game, and as a team, shooting almost 40% from the three-point line. So it's kind of pick your poison with this team, unfortunately, for opposing defenses. And that's why we're 23-2-ish, 26-3, sorry.
Yes, great season, great numbers. You know, as we mentioned, you know, this is, I don't know if we venture and
We're going to take a quick break with Coach Weaver. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
And now at Orr, we want to buy your used vehicle and we'll give you guaranteed top dollar for yours. And if you prefer to trade, even better, with massive savings on every new vehicle at Orr Cadillac GMC in Longview.
All right, welcome back here. Coach Weaver with the timeout for the Lobos. Saw something he didn't like. Lobos leading by 4 with 4:22 left to go here in the first. Justice Davis thought about it, but settles down and sets the offense up.
yeah, you know, as we discussed earlier, Frank, is that we don't want Longview to get themselves caught where they're looking ahead and they overlook a really good Texas High team. You know, you don't want their record to fool you.
Justice Davis Good move, can't finish, but those long arms of the Lobos are able to bat it around and keep it here with the Lobos. Clock ticking under 4 minutes now, first quarter. Davis, he's fouled. Going to wave it off. Call the Lobos for a foul. Is that what they call him?
I think that might have been a traveling.
I think you're right.
It went in, though. Count the basket. All right. We're still in a little full court pressure here, it looks like, with Longview. You know, once again, we got Chris Head up top guarding the ball. You know, Chris Head is the catalyst. You know, he's the one that gets the team going. He's the engine that gets everything started. And
nice pass and finish inside. Yeah. That's 14, David Potter. And Chris is an aggressive defender out in the perimeter.
Yeah, I mean, he's that spark plug. And, you know, sometimes as he goes, the team goes. So you like to see him have a good game.
An offensive foul called on Didi.
So let's just guess here right now that probably, you know, Texas High scored the last 5-6 points, maybe.
Yes.
Longview hasn't scored. This is what you don't want. You know, you come out good, you score 11 points fast, and then you give up about 6 points, pick up about 3 or 4 fouls. All this does is just give Texas High an opportunity to build some confidence. You put them at the free throw line now with 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter, and now Texas High has an opportunity to tie this game up.
Absolutely, and they're going to get Drew Ward for his first foul. It's going to send Justin Brown to the line. He misses the first. And Drew's having a pretty good comeback season. Mr. Ward is leading the team in assists and second in points with 11.8 per, and shooting 42% from three this year. Some college is going to get a really, really underrated basketball player in young Drew Ward.
I think he's going to sneak up on some recruiters' radar here pretty soon. I've actually heard some conversation about him having the ability to play at the college level. And so, you know, we're fortunate to have a shooting guard that can knock down threes like that, because we haven't had one in a while here.
And we've got a couple of them.
Definitely one.
We've got 3 players shooting 40% from 3.
Absolutely.
That's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
At any level.
Exactly.
And our 6th man, Chris Wilder, comes in, who would almost certainly be starting for any other school in the district.
I really like Chris Wilder's game. You know, I like his effort. Every time he checks in, there's a different tone, momentum to the team. And as you see right there, he's able to knock. That's a tough shot in the gray area there.
Absolutely.
And he knocks that down, but he doesn't sit and pat himself on the back. He hops right on defense and gets a steal.
Yeah, and his athleticism and length, he can play the 3, the 4, the 2, and they've got him guarding the full length of the court.
Exactly. He's guarding the guard full length of the court.
Nice pull up. No good. Blamberg with the rebound or with the miss. Sorry, I got to be a little bit better about calling the other team's name since we're going to Texarkana game day as well. So
yes.
Orr's an easy one. Blamberg turned around. No good. Drew picked up 2 quick fouls. Got to be careful here. You don't want to lose your leading scorer.
Yep.
To some cheap fouls early.
We've had a couple of guys that have kind of picked up some fouls that you normally wouldn't like to see your starters picking up so early in the game.
And Texas High is in the bonus, or Longview's in the bonus now. So the next Texas High foul, they will be shooting free throws for the Lobos.
Got some subs coming in off the bench for Longview.
That looks like Kendrick Brown, another 3-point specialist from the corner. That's his job. Play defense and spot up in the corner and knock down threes. Alex Orr, step back 3, no good. Offensive board to Potter. That's no good. Blamberg comes away with it, gets it ahead to Wilder. Lobos had some numbers, but they're going to get it back to the guard. Head.
You know, you would like to see they had a 3-on-2 going the other way. And he literally almost had a backcourt trying to get it back to the guard.
Speaking of Kendrick Brown in the corner, thought about it, steps up mid-range. Easy
shot.
bucket. That kid can shoot, man.
That's a great shot there. Longview's back into their full court pressure.
I know his dad is watching, I believe, from Florida. He's going to be joining us next Friday night on Senior Night on the broadcast. Mr. Brown, we're looking forward to having you.
See you here in Texas.
Potter for 3. Short. Rebound ahead. Wilder can't hold it. Going to get called for a travel.
Yeah, you know, looks like he was looking to try to pass that over. They had a 2-on-1, and the other offensive player was out ahead of him. So he had the right idea, but couldn't get control of it and couldn't get it over to the offensive player. That would have been an easy layup.
Jalen Hawley-Lee has checked in for the other guard, Davis. So we've got 3 guards on the court: Brown, Hawley-Lee, Head, and Wilder and Blandberg in the post right now. And Kendrick Brown, I think he knocked that off of a Texas High player.
It looked like it to me.
He did. Longview basketball. Clock ticking under a minute now.
Texas High.
Scratch that. It's going to be, let's see what's happening.
Can we challenge things in high
Somebody
school
said
basketball?
it's white ball. I heard that.
Yeah. We're going to go to the video camera, to the Longview game day video camera.
I don't want that to be another responsibility, man. This is tough enough as it is. Add that to my...
You'll look up and see someone waving their finger around and want you to rush down with a monitor.
Buzzing me in. The camera will have me at half court with the...
Oh, great play, Longview. Good rebound.
Blandberg puts it back.
You know, I've seen Longview run some new offensive sets tonight. One on the out-of-bounds play, then that one just now with a back screen coming across to the ball.
And before Davis and Ward got in foul trouble, going to have a turnover. We saw Chris Head off the ball a little bit more tonight than we've seen the past few games.
Yes, yes. And I think, you know, what you do with that is you realize you're going to need more ball handlers as you go into the playoffs. And so what better chance to get them going now than doing that than right now.
Blandberg for 3. That's no good.
You know, he shoots that about once or twice a game, doesn't he?
He does, and I don't want to use the word unfortunately here, but he shoots 17% from 3. Yeah. Probably not a guy you want taking that shot, but deep three-pointer to end the quarter. Oh, it's just off the mark. That's going to do it for the first quarter. We'll be back in about a minute with more Lobo basketball here live on Longview Game Day.
Our offense was dominating this year. Fast, powerful, virtually unstoppable. In fact, the only slow member of the team was me. When I was sidelined with ankle pain, it put the whole season at risk. So, just like when my players need the best care, I turned to a proven provider. Now, I'm back in the game.
Get the care you need at physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital, or visit tsjh.org to find a specialist today.
When I was a child, one of my favorite Bible stories was David and Goliath. Sadly, if you or your loved ones are involved in an accident, the insurance company and the lawyers who represent them are Goliath. For over 25 years, myself and my partner Marty Young have stood between you and Goliath. The insurance companies know the difference between Godarzi and Young and all others. We hope you never need us, but if you do, we're here to help.
All righty, welcome back. You can see the Texas High huddle break here as we start the second quarter. Lobos went on a little run to finish that quarter, lead by 7 now, headed to quarter number 2.
You know, Longview let Texas High hang around. You know, they had an opportunity to probably get this up by at least 15 heading to the end of the first. So we'll see what the second quarter does for Longview. Hopefully they'll be able to keep and maintain the defense. This looks like the same 5 that ended the first quarter.
It is. You got Hawley-Lee, Kendrick Brown, Chris Head, Robert Blandberg, and Chris Wilder on the court for the Lobos. Pull up number 3. He was fouled. That is Von Derek Perkins.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, you got a shooter. Seemed like they were a little scrambling there, a little desperate, and he's jacking up one from 3, and you come in and bail him out, put him on the free throw line. Those are the things we're talking about. You know, they knock down these 3 free throws here, puts the game a little closer, 4-point game. Then Longview now, you know, is still keeping Texas High around. That's one of the things they don't want when you're in one of these kind of games.
He makes the first, makes the second, and is a free throw away from making this a 4-point game to start the second quarter.
So Texas High has a couple of shooters out there. A young man that just knocked down these free throws, and the kid that's guarding Blandberg.
Chris Head all the way to the rack, and he's fouled. Good aggressive play by our point guard there. Yeah, we actually broadcast this the first matchup from Texarkana, so I got to see these kids myself, and they got the green light to shoot that 3 if it's open. Just about everybody on the roster. So
it looks like it. They've got some quality 3-point shooters, and Longview's going to have to be aware of that tonight. Not only are they going to have to be aware of that from the 3-point line, but they're not going to be able to put them on the free throw line because, as we just seen, that kid was very confident shooting those free throws, and he knocked them all down.
Absolutely, and Chris Head knocks both of his down. It leads back up to 6. Well, we got a big one Tuesday night in Mount Pleasant. I don't want to say it's for all the marbles, but it's for most of them.
Oh, boy, I'm excited about that one. And I think that's part of what we're dealing with today is these guys are looking forward to next week and may kind of take a little nap on this game tonight.
And in their defense, we all are. That's 2 10-1 teams. Winner takes over solo first place in the district. And it's been a long time since you could say that as a Lobo fan.
Absolutely.
Big play by Potter, but Chris Head goes up and meets him at the rim. Potter was trying to posterize somebody.
You know, my eyes didn't deceive me. It looked like that was a dunk attempt.
It was. Potter's a 6'6", big-time quarterback for that Texas High team. Wilder,
Nice
up and
move.
under. Hits the floor, and he's back up.
You know,
Pressure in the inbounds pass.
Wilder's that great spark plug that Longview needs. You know, you enjoy seeing him check into the game.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, get some of these bills paid. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. You are watching Lobo Basketball live on Longview Game Day.
I am Emily Kidwell-Ramey, owner of SIG Ramey Insurance. Thank you for voting me Best of East Texas 3 years in a row for Insurance Agent. I am an independent agent. I shop the market for you. I specialize in home, commercial, auto, and life. Insurance is foreign to most people. You have to have an agent that is going to look out for your best interests in the coverages that you may not know that you need. If you do not have an insurance agent that is working for you, I would love for you to contact us. We're located on Judson Road. Just look for the green door or call me at 903-235-5658.
All righty, welcome back. Tigers have just inbounded the ball. And Kendrick Brown with some full court pressure. Ward has checked back into the game.
So
With it playing with 2 fouls.
Longview's in a full court man pressure. And they're scrambling on defense, chasing, playing the passing lanes. You kind of like that in a team. But also, too, you end up giving away some easy baskets around the rim, similar to those.
Potter with a turnaround on Blandberg. Tough shot. Kendrick Brown's open for 3 quickly. That's no, oh, it rattles out. Holly Lee, that's blocked by Potter. Back out to Ward. Brown makes a move on Orr. He's going to settle down and get it back to Holly Lee to set the offense up. They're looking for a cross-court pass to an open Drew Ward down here. It's just not there. Blandberg, one move, goes up, left hand. That's no good. Batted around. Wilder saves it to Brown. A lot going on this possession. Ward's open for 3. Looks good. Oh, Drew!
Great three-pointer by Drew Ward there.
Finally found the cross-court pass to the open shooter.
Yes.
And that's a man you want to get a hand on, or a hand in his face.
So on this defense, you know, we're noticing how there's a lot of pressure with Longview, but what you don't want to start doing is chasing these long cross-court passes and missing, because you're leaving the paint exposed, similar to that, to where you end up giving up layups. That's the second one that Texas High has gotten right in the basket there.
Yeah, in our first matchup, Brown passed errant a little bit from Ward. Finds an open shooter. Holly Lee, the lefty for 3. Boom! That young man's a 40% three-point shooter as well. The Lobos are tough to defend right now.
Great stun by Longview.
We're going to take a break with Coach, forgot his name. We'll be back in just a second.
House party? We got you covered. Office meeting? Come on, treat them right. Game day? You know we're here for it. Get your taco, nacho, or fajita bar today, only at Juicy's Taco.
Welcome to Longview's Best Kept Secret, the Southerly at Longview. Tucked away in the center of everything is Longview's premier luxury apartment community. Enjoy our resort-style pool and take advantage of our 24-hour access to our state-of-the-art fitness facility. Inside our gated community, you will find washer and dryers in every apartment home, a user-friendly dog park with a dog spa. Be the next to join our growing family of residents and be the envy of all your friends. Call 430-267-7550 today to schedule your tour.
All right, welcome back. Got a good look at the Tiger bench there as we're back from commercial. The Lobos extend the lead to 12 if my quick math is correct, and I believe it is.
Yes.
It's going to be Tiger basketball. With all the stuff I got going on over here, Just have to tell people to accept the fact that my math is going to be wrong occasionally. Nice move by Orr, good pass, but there's nothing there. Nice move, nice finish. That is number 2, Trayvon Ellis. They got a ball player on their hands there. A lot of youngsters on this Texas High team. Kendrick Brown with a left hand. No good. And again, the Tigers are just 2 good possessions away from being back in this. Cleaned up there by number 15, Darnell Williams. And just like that 12-point lead is down to, I don't know, I lost
8.
it again, 8.
Still a close game.
Yes.
Still a very close game.
Brown open for 3. He doesn't miss this often. He doesn't miss this now. Kendrick Brown answers with a 3.
Way to go, Lobos. Boosted back up to 11.
And Kendrick Brown is one of 4 Lobos shooting 40+% from 3 this year.
That's a great percentage from three-pointer, and you love to see that from your three-point shooters.
Alex Orr blocked from 3. D.D. Williams.
Get it up the floor.
We got numbers. Drew Ward with Wilder ahead. He finds him and lays it in.
You know, I looked up a second ago, and I thought Wilder was injured, but I guess he's okay.
Nice finish. Number 2, Trayvon Ellis again.
So one of the things you hate to see is you score a layup on this end, and then you give up a layup on the defensive end. You know, those are one of those things that really burn you up as a coach, to see your team to play great in transition on the offensive end because everyone's excited to score, but then you look up and then everyone's still back on the offensive end and you give up a layup. So those are things Longview's got to correct going into district.
Texas High is starting to shore up some of that perimeter defense right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're in a 2-3 zone right now, and I guess in that 2-3 zone they want to try to negate some of the three-point shooting and or the size.
Kendrick Brown spot, thought about it, step back 3! Oh, my goodness!
It's a good-looking 3, you know. If you haven't been out to see these Longview Lobos play this year, you're really missing a quality Longview Lobo basketball team. And I think everyone should try to make their way out to Lobo Coliseum and get a chance to see them this season.
As we force a turnover, Longview basketball. And like I say, every broadcast, it's not Kendrick Brown, Chris Wilder, or Jalen Hawley Lee's fault that they play for a team with so much talent. These guys would be starters on just about every other team in the district. That's what makes the team so fun to watch. We're just deep.
And they would probably get numbers as well on those teams.
Oh, my goodness.
Because they'd have a lot more shot opportunities.
D.D. Williams with the offensive board goes up and he's fouled.
D.D. Williams is an impressive big. I like the way he plays. I like the way he competes around the rim. Obviously, he's got great post moves. We've seen him several times this year catch it on the low post, do a drop step, and go up and dunk it, you know, and that's a quality, fundamentally sound basketball player.
Absolutely, and it helps to be the athlete he is.
Yes.
Quarterback made the switch to wide receiver midway through the season, and his first target, he takes a slant that no one else in the state catches. He goes up with his 6'7" frame, snags it, and just houses it. Looks like he's you know, those long legs. It almost looks like he's moving slower than everybody else, but he walked away from the entire defense for a long touchdown. And a star was born.
Well, got a
Something
star
tells
on the
me
basketball
in
court.
2024 we're going to see some fade routes thrown to D.D. Williams.
Absolutely. He's an impressive-looking young man.
Lobos lead by 15. Holly Lee defending Ellis. Long cross-court pass. Somehow able, thought about it, back out for an open look. Number 1, three-pointer. Long, or with the rebound in the putback. That was Braylon Pearson with the three-point
our bigs
attempt.
inside can't let themselves get caught on the outside of that big four.
Justice Davis for 3 in the corner. No good. D.D.
Good board.
And one if it goes. Big man running the court, able to get down and grab the offensive board, and he's fouled again, trying to finish. He'll shoot 2 again. First one's good. And he makes the second, yeah. Converts both of them.
You know, we'd like to see Longview kind of push this lead up heading into halftime. You know, we got the opportunity to do that. You know, you push this up heading to halftime, so you come out in third quarter. Hopefully you can get them up by 20, 25 and let your bench get in, enjoy the rest of this game, and you know you can start to think about the next week. But once again, this is a very competitive Texas High team that can shoot threes well. And when you have a team that shoots threes well, they're really never out of the game because all it takes is 2 or 3 threes and you're right back in it. So Longview has to keep competing hard here and ending up this first half.
Another foul called. What are they going to call this on? Looks like they're going to get Chris Head first. 1 minute, 6 seconds left to go, first half. Lobos lead by 15. Again, we appreciate you tuning in. Share this feed. Let everybody know they can watch some Lobo basketball. And the bigs block that shot, but Potter comes away with it. Blandberg can't block that. Potter gets his own rebound, and that is blocked, but he's fouled. I believe they're going to get D.D. Williams for this one.
You know, Longview is so athletic, so talented. They jump so well that sometimes you forget. All you got to do is just screen the guys out. You know, just put a body on them. We're tall enough. We're big enough. Just put a body on them. But that's what happens when, and that's a problem I never had as an athlete, is thinking I'm going to jump over someone. But these guys are so athletic, so tall and so limber that they just think, oh, well, I don't have to worry about blocking out. I can just jump over anyone I need.
Potter makes the second, and those of you that tuned in last week got to see what little athleticism I'm working with. A little set shot from three-point line. Justice Davis thought about a three. He drives it in.
Ooh, that's easy the athleticism we're talking about right there.
And he is shockingly athletic, surprisingly. He'll come down the court and try to put you on a poster.
Yes. You know, and as you get deeper in the district, everyone's going to be athletic. Everyone's going to be able to jump. So you do want to try to go and focus on some of these things about moving your feet on offense. And that's another example. You know, he shot the ball and was able to get his own rebound.
Chris Head behind the back. Finds Justice Davis. He's going to pull up for three. He can make this. Blandberg, offensive board, goes up strong with the right hand. Potter's there to defend. Blandberg comes back away with it. Can't get that to go with the buzzer. But your Lobos lead 40-24 at the half. We'll be back with some halftime comments here in just a minute. You're watching Lobo basketball live on Longview Game Day.
And now at OR, we want to buy your used vehicle and we'll give you guaranteed top dollar for yours. And if you prefer to trade, even better, with massive savings on every new vehicle at OR Cadillac GMC in Longview.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Coliseum. Got the crowd mic killed here. Keaton just texted he'll be here in 10 minutes, so he's going to come watch the fourth quarter with us.
Keaton, you picked the perfect time to get here for the finale. Frank and I can just sit back in the fourth quarter and just let you take it home.
Absolutely.
So we'll be here waiting for you.
Yeah, so what we typically do at halftime is just talk about Lobo news. We got softball starting, we got baseball starting, and some exciting news this week was district realignment. Your Lobos are stepping up to the big time 6A. We're going to pick up Tyler Legacy, North Forney, Royce City, Forney, Rockwall, and Rockwall Heath for our 2024 football, basketball, and volleyball district. So next year, Ray, these basketball teams, we're going to get some big boys coming in from 6A schools.
You know, anytime you start traveling up around the Metroplex, you got kids that play competitive ball year-round. And so, you know, those kids are coming into their school teams after a very competitive summer, after a very competitive spring. And, you know, but Longview has always been up for the challenge. No matter what it's been, 5A, 6A, we continue to stay competitive.
And in more exciting news, Coach King revealed his non-district schedule. We're taking on Lufkin, Marshall, our two biggest rivals, and picked up South Oak Cliff, the Golden Bears, the prodigy out of Dallas that's been making a lot of noise the last few years. And then he schedules in week 4 the reigning undefeated state champion Ruston, Louisiana Bobcats. We don't know where these games are going to be just yet. Ruston's filling out their schedule. South Oak Cliff will probably be somewhere at one of the big Dallas schools, and then one of Marshall and Lufkin will be at home, and one will be on the road likely. But really, really fun non-district schedule, and Coach King is not playing games next year.
You know, you got to give kudos to Coach King. You know, he believes in his team. He believes in his players. And when you do believe in your team and your players, you schedule games like that, you know. And Coach King has always been on top of his athletes, what they bring to the table, how to prepare them for the year, and what better way to do that. I think I see some new rivalries brewing in that little
I would hope so, yeah.
There.
And from a talent perspective and a kind of iron sharpens iron perspective, the Lobos are I hate to use the word losing, they're losing quite a bit. Our quarterback, our number 1 and number 2 wide receiver, the number 1 running back in the country, 3 of the 5 starting offensive linemen, the entire secondary, a first-team all-district linebacker, first-team all-district defensive lineman, defensive MVP. So the whole team is coming in as non-starters and going to have to be thrown directly into the fire. And I think Coach King is going to just let that iron sharpen that iron and get them ready for 6A football with a whole new crew.
You know, I'll speak on behalf of the old school Longview. You know, Longview has graduated superstars before, and there's always a pipeline of young, hungry Lobos waiting for this opportunity. And I think we're all going to be surprised that once that football kicks off, we're going to have us some new superstars by the mid-season. You and Keaton are going to be screaming the names of, hey, we got some new superstars that start to develop in the first couple of weeks, because that's what Lobo football does. You know, I believe in Coach King. He'll have them ready. He'll have those new. He knows his talent pool very well. And you got to give kudos to what happens here in Longview, from our little leagues on Saturday mornings through our junior high school, to our freshmen, sophomores. So, you know, Longview football, we talk about tradition. There's no bigger tradition than Longview football.
Yeah, a couple notes. We have 95 freshman football players start the season. So there's a pipeline coming, right? And a couple of those names are already here. Everybody watching knows who Boosie is. Kelvin Washington Jr., one of the fastest men in the state. Not his fault the best running back in the country was on the roster, so he didn't get as many touches that you typically give a player like that. Super explosive. He got 3 starts this year where Taylor Tatum was out his last 2 years, and he averaged, I think, 230 a game, 4 touchdowns. Ran back a kickoff for a touchdown in the regional semifinal game this year. So I'm not worried at all about the talent level. And on top of that, on Thursdays, I'm here setting up for the football games on Friday night, so I get a chance to see some of the JV scores. It'll shock you seeing what we're doing to people.
Absolutely,
we got football players coming out of our out of all. I started a comment there, and I had to stop it before I went the wrong direction.
You know, out of that 95 freshmen that you just named, you know, in 4 years, I wouldn't be surprised if we have us another number 1 talent in the country, because that's what we do here in Longview. And you know what? Don't get enough support and recognition are all of the fans and people throughout Longview that go out year after year and support Lobo football and Lobo sports. So kudos to you guys.
And someone else who doesn't get as much recognition as they should, Trisha Marshburn. Shout out to one of our newest sponsors, local real estate at Trisha Marshburn. Buying or selling a home is easy when you work with a highly qualified realtor like Trisha. She's a top producer at the Daniels Group and a big supporter of the Longview community. She's ready to put you first. Give her a call literally right now or text her 903-238-1502. She sells homes, land, commercial investment properties, and multi-family homes as well. On top of that, her daughter is the starting pitcher for the Lobo softball team this year and going to have to fill some shoes that I do not envy her having to fill. Reagan Rios graduated last year as the all-time leader in strikeouts for Longview High School and pitched her way into some college softball. So I'm looking forward to Bella, see what she can do on the mound. We got that coming up soon. And for Lobo basketball's sake, the longer this run goes, the less softball I get to see is a good thing for the school, but I can't wait to get out there and cover some softball.
Was that Lobo softball that just had their media day not too long ago?
That was Lobo softball.
Had those incredible pictures?
Yes, it was.
Wow.
It was.
I remember the days where you just stand on the mound and take a picture, but now it's like a photo shoot.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was pretty impressive. Those can go right on the cover of magazines.
Yeah. It was Wayne Grubbs and me showed up, brought the lights, and just had a blast with those girls.
Hey, kudos, man. That was really impressive.
Baseball Media Day is tomorrow. You can get to the Lobo, the Green Room, I believe around 10 o'clock. If not, reach out to Emily Ramey. She'll let you know when. Come on.
So 16-point lead, Longview, heading into the second half. You know, you really would like to see these guys not sleep as they enter into the second half, going into the third quarter. You know, you want to take that momentum. You went on a little run to end the first half. You want to take that momentum into the second half. See if you can put Texas High away pretty early, because what we just discussed and what we've been discussing all night is you don't want them to hang around. You know, you feel when you let a team hang around and you got three-point shooters on their team, you have a team that doesn't have anything to lose, a 2-8 record. Longview has everything to lose. They could be a little scary. So what we're hoping we'll get here from Longview is to come out, stay aggressive. We saw a lot of full court pressure ending up the first half. We saw a lot of opportunities to run fast breaks. So I would anticipate a little bit of the same for Longview starting off the second half.
I tend to agree with you, but your opinion on the topic is weighted much more than mine is with your life experiences and your life in basketball. So that's why we like having you on.
Yes, well,
it gives us some credibility.
You know, I enjoy being here. I'm a Longview Lobo, so I enjoy Lobo basketball, but I am also one of those basketball heads. And, you know, you can take me and put me anywhere in the world, and I'm going to find a basketball gym. So even to this day, I love it. But it's nothing better than to be at home watching the team you've seen as a child growing up and see them having a great season.
Yeah.
That's the most impressive thing about it, is that we're actually competitive not only in district, but we'll be competitive in state. And so those are things you're proud of.
And on top of that, it's objectively fun.
Yes.
Like, you know, you don't get paid to be here. I do. Sometimes it doesn't feel like work. I promise you when the game ends and I've got to get all this stuff put back in my truck, it does feel like work. But between that and now it really is a lot of fun.
Hey, this is great. You know, I would be on a Friday night either watching basketball on my sofa or somewhere in a gym watching basketball. So what better place to be than here with you? Keaton will be here soon. I enjoy his company. Good basketball. Now, if Longview was like 1-10 and they were slumping up and down the court, we saw a little bit of that a couple of years or a year ago. You and I are together, and
if they can't beat the press, yeah.
We're out here frustrated. I don't think the broadcast would be as fun, but we're enjoying ourselves, and this is good basketball.
Quick finish at the bucket there. I believe that was, I switched pages so I can't get my roster pulled up here. Let me give you number one. That is Braylon Pearson with the finish, and on cue, here comes Davis Justice. Answers back for the Lobos. Looks like our man just joined us. Keaton, give me a mic check.
Mic check, 1, 2. How's everybody doing?
We're good.
Welcome, Keaton. We didn't think you were going to make it.
Oh,
Frank, you owe me $100. We had some bets going on.
I was over here listening to you guys, too.
All right, well, we had some underhand bets going over here.
Oh, man, somebody owes somebody.
Davis with another bucket. That's 2 quick buckets for the senior guard for the Lobos. And he's going to have a foul here called.
Look at that lead. You know, we got an 18-point. Is that 18-point lead?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm leaving the math to you guys,
Yeah,
but I believe so.
lead there.
You know, that's impressive for Longview.
Justin Brown.
So, you know, that's what we've been talking about all night, Keaton, is that, you know, we didn't want to see Longview to come out with a team that's 2-8. You know, you got a big week ahead of you next week. You come out tonight, you kind of take these guys lightly, and then, you know, come down to the fourth quarter, you're in a tough game.
Absolutely. When you get towards the end of district, like you are right now, you're starting to have big games coming up. The last thing you want to do is take off. Because playoffs, everybody knows, is one game. If you don't show up that game, you're going home.
Drew Ward.
You're absolutely right.
Nice pass to Blandberg from Ward.
Good ball movement there. Good job by Rob moving without the ball. He sees Drew driving baseline. He's going to meet him at the rim. He gets an easy 2 points.
You weren't here at halftime, Keaton. Give us your thoughts on this 2024 Lobo non-district football schedule, man.
Man, I am super duper excited.
Davis, again, that's 6 points here in the second half. Sorry, cut you off there.
No, you're good.
I thought Justin was about to punch one home.
I'm super duper excited, especially to get South Oak Cliff and Ruston, Louisiana on the schedule.
We're going to have the whole state watching us those 2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. The game against South Oak Cliff, a lot of people don't know, that's a little bit of a family affair. Coach Wilson, our longtime running backs coach, his son-in-law or former son-in-law is the head coach of that team.
Really?
And
that's awesome.
And when we play Ruston, Louisiana, our old quarterback coach is the head football coach of Ruston, Louisiana, Coach Ball. So
nice.
Wow.
So you got some coaches that know us, that know what we're about.
Well, we mentioned
those 2 weeks will be fun.
Yeah, we mentioned there might be some rivalry games developing.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Just by those connections alone, it sounds like it has a potential.
It sounds like it's already starting, though, right?
Blandberg literally throws it into the bleachers. Getting out to defend the 3-point shooter. That was, I don't have a number 3 on the roster here, unfortunately, for Texas High. So he's a lefty, and he attempted a 3-pointer. Robert Blandberg literally blocked it into the bleachers.
You know, Blandberg's an athletic kid, and he travels, and he runs and covers the floor really, really well. And that was an example of it. He came from the paint out to block that shot.
That's right.
Earlier, y'all was talking about the offensive numbers that we put up. Man, another reason why we're up so big is the defense that we play.
Yes.
Yeah.
These guys can guard every position on the court. They move all over the court. As Drew misses a 3 there in transition.
Justice is not going to miss this from the corner.
He is not. Once he gets his feet settled, his body square, gets a good look at that basket, it's going down.
I got to get out of the habit of calling them before they go in.
Hey, that's
you got a 50-50 chance of
You're
being
right
right
with these guys, I do, don't I?
That's a tough shot from the corner as well.
Yeah, Lobos love that
with a
corner
lot of
three.
confidence.
You guys are playing real fast and loose with the word kid when you're talking about Blandberg. That's a grown man.
I know it, right?
Down there next to him, I'm intimidated. I've been 42 years old.
I can't let them see me sweat here.
Uh-oh, he's dunking this.
Here he goes.
Oh!
Hey, way to go for Longview. You know, you give Coach Weaver a lot of credit. You know, you give the players a lot of credit. They're not taking these guys lightly, you know, and that was one of the things we've been talking all night. You got to come out and, you know, with kudos to all the people in Texarkana that are listening to us tonight, you know, with much respect to your teams and all. But, you know, Longview has one of these seasons that they have a lot of high expectations. And what you don't want to do is to have a team that's 2-8.
Get it to Didi!
Oh, big time dunk there. Big man to big man.
You know, we've knocked this lead up now to 29. So, you know, great.
And one thing about it, too, this play is infectious. The guys off the bench is coming in, and they can play big numbers like you guys said earlier. They're coming in, and they're picking right up with where the starters left off.
Here we go again. I love that our bigs get the rebounds and just heads up looking for a deep pass.
Absolutely right.
Doesn't hurt that number 11's a quarterback, does it? Maybe a top 5. Blandberg, shoot this 3. There you go.
So he squared up. He wanted to shoot there from the jump.
Yeah, that's Blandberg's second 3 tonight. You know, I'm sure Coach Weaver's well aware of what he's doing with Blenberg pulling up for those threes, but he has an opportunity to kind of close that gap and maybe get right there to the elbow, to the free throw line, make
Good
that
pass.
a little bit easier shot for him.
Good pass. That's number 11, Perkins.
And you know what Rob is thinking, too. A big man like that, they can shoot a three. You know you're going to have scouts looking, but you also stretching the D out. Even if you don't make it at times, as long as you show that you can shoot it and you can shoot it with confidence.
Oh, no.
You're pull him out.
Justice Davis just cooked him.
Excellent crossover move there.
That's a great
He was
shot.
in his bag on that one.
You know,
He was
Lobo's
playing,
feeling it tonight.
Yeah, if you playing 2K, his blinker, his icon at the bottom is pulsing right now.
I think I know why the Lobo was playing so well tonight, Mr. Wade. We'll keep it to ourselves, though, right?
yes, absolutely. Hey, you know, once again, you got to give Longview credit. They're coming out, continuing to play hard, keeping the pressure on. You got to really like that. You got to appreciate that.
Yeah, foot's been on the gas this entire third quarter, hasn't it?
Yes.
30-point lead here.
I mean, this lead
Subbing out.
expanded real quick.
I'll guarantee you this five-man roster is still 9-1 in district with these five guys as your starters. That's how deep this Lobo team is. Kendrick Brown can't come away with a steal, but Blandberg does.
He got numbers.
He's going to run the court himself.
3-on-1. Oh, come on. He wanted
Left
that.
hand finish.
He wanted that.
Just one time this year, Keaton, I want to see Rob just put someone on a poster. He can do it, too.
Yes. I've been calling for it. I love the emotion that he shows, especially game in and game out. He's a guy that plays hard.
Yeah, he's your leading scorer, leading rebounder, leading shot blocker, does everything well.
And a lot of people thinks that, you know, he just born with this talent. No, this kid works hard. You'll see him an hour after the game.
Holly Lee
Today still practicing.
can't get that to go. Potter comes away with the rebound.
Almost a good play there by Kendrick Brown.
Got to get Kendrick for the reach in there.
Man, this kid is coming in the game in the first half was just flying, making some excellent shots off the bench. Wide open, making excellent plays, pump fake, driving it in, you know, making a basketball play.
Absolutely.
I've been here for it, man. I love it.
So I'll go ahead and tell the folks, Monday I'm going to run down to Mount Pleasant and see if they can accommodate a live stream. And if they can, fellas, we're going live for the district title, basically, in Mount Pleasant Tuesday night.
If you hear that noise, that's me clapping, because that'll be a heck of a game to be able to see.
Going on the road against that team.
So your
gonna
motto
tell you a lot
is,
about your team.
got internet, will travel.
That's right. Or if somebody across the street has internet.
Yes, sir.
Blandberg attempts to get that into Wilder. Tip back out to Blandberg. Kendrick Brown with Orr guarding him. There's a switch, crossover.
Nice
gets it to
pass.
Blandberg. Goes
Nice
up strong
move.
with it. Just can't
Good
defend
foot,
that.
Yeah, good feet work there by your big man. He's on fire as well tonight. This whole team is cooking tonight. A team that's playing like this, man, look like they're ready for Tuesday.
Yeah, no. Oh, almost an and one opportunity, but he can't get the bucket to go. Who is that? I believe that's number 5, Justin Brown. 6'1" junior is going to head to the free throw line to shoot a couple, see if he can't cut into this lead a little bit. 50 seconds left to go here. Third quarter, your Lobos leading by 34. So, Keaton, we were worried very early that this might be one of those spots where you're looking ahead to Tuesday, but we got past that pretty quick.
Games potentially like this with a team with a record like this, you can get yourself in a situation to where you think you can just show up. But good thing these guys are well-rounded, and Coach Weaver has his pulse on this team because they showed up and played tonight.
Yes, they are. While you were away, we were talking about how this felt like a spot where we could possibly look ahead towards Tuesday and slip up and let a team play with us that shouldn't. And Lobos have put that idea to bed as Holly Lee pulls up for the mid-range jumper with the left hand, rattles out. Gets his own rebound, finds Kendrick Brown.
You know, when we were doing our pregame tonight, that was kind of the keys of the game tonight. You know, that was one of the things that we were afraid of for Longview. When you have a team like Texas High that's got great shooters, you didn't want them to hang around because shooters can shoot you in a game. You know, you let them hang around. They don't have anything to lose. You have a big week ahead of you. You've got everything to play for.
Absolutely.
And you can find yourself in a little struggle. But, you know, you got to give the coach a lot of credit because Coach Weaver got these guys ready. It's hard to get a team that's had a successful season
And that's
to come
Alex.
out in a game like this.
And
focused.
that's Alex Orr ending the third quarter with a bucket. We're going to head to a quick commercial break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here for you live on Longview Game Day.
When I was a child, one of my favorite Bible stories was David and Goliath. Sadly, if you or your loved ones are involved in an accident, the insurance company and the lawyers who represent them are Goliath. For over 25 years, myself and my partner Marty Young have stood between you and Goliath. The insurance companies know the difference between Godarzi and Young and all others. We hope you never need us, but if you do, we're here to help.
Our offense was dominating this year. Fast, powerful, virtually unstoppable. In fact, the only slow member of the team was me. When I was sidelined with ankle pain, it put the whole season at risk. So, just like when my players need the best care, I turned to a proven provider. Now, I'm back in the game.
Get the care you need at physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital, or visit tsjh.org to find a specialist today.
All right, welcome back here to the fourth quarter of a district matchup between your Longview Lobos and rival Texas High Tigers. Lobos come into the fourth quarter leading by 31. And like I said, like I typically say in every broadcast, Keaton, the entire bench were seniors, so we're not letting up.
No,
Chris
not
Wilder
at all here.
and Chris Head have numbers.
Nice.
Good pass.
That was an excellent 2-on-1 there. The defender just made a great play at the last minute to be able to steal the ball away. Or knock the ball away, but it's still Longview ball.
You know, Longview's doing what they have to do here. You know, finishing off this fourth quarter here pretty strong is a big thing for them to do.
That was a great third quarter by the Lobos there. So looking to feed off of that, going into finish, putting the icing on this cake of this game here.
Yes, absolutely. You know, once again, you know, we're getting ready for a big week next week, and I'm sure I've seen some things Coach Weaver has done tonight that we haven't seen him do all year, so he's adding some new wrinkles in, getting ready for the big games next week, getting ready for the playoffs. So we've got some good Lobo basketball.
And that's great, especially when you get to this second part of district, adding little nuances like that, little bitty other options to these plays. That right there make another team think that they have you, but then you boom, backdoor them on something else. And then
you know, we saw them run their out of bounds play a little bit different than we've seen all year.
Yes.
We saw a couple little wrinkles in their set offense. You know, they kind of have a similar set. This set right here, we haven't seen this set run much with a 4 flat or a point guard out top. So all these things are good to see for Longview because it means they're getting ready for district play, and they're getting ready. They're thinking ahead, you know, and that coach is planning it.
I'll tell you one big thing that they definitely going to have to work on. They'll be ready for it come Tuesday. Full court trap press. Mount Pleasant, they threw something different at us every single quarter. And when that third quarter came, as soon as they hit that full court press on us, it seemed like we lost our mind and didn't know what was going on.
That's exactly how they got back in the game.
Looks like we got a senior about to check in, Ben Van Berkelio. Haven't had a lot of minutes on stream this year. Looking forward to seeing this young man. I've seen him in warm-ups. He can knock them down just like the rest of the Lobos.
Not at all. I bet you he can definitely come in. The guys is going to definitely try to get him an opportunity to get some points up, and the bench is going to go crazy.
Absolutely. So Dede makes the second and extends the Lobo lead to 33.
You know, I want to take this opportunity. We just had her to walk by. It was Madison Pippins is at the game tonight. So I want to give her a shout. She's a sprinter at University of Texas at Arlington. She's having a great season there. You can find her on social media. So good seeing you tonight, Madison, you and your dad.
Keep up the good work. You know, we're definitely looking forward to you putting up these big numbers. So we can definitely continue to keep shouting you out here.
Absolutely. Proud Lobo.
Chris Wilder with the turnaround in the lane. That's no good. And the Tigers are pushing it. And Holly Lee, some aggressive defense at the top of the key there. Dede Williams again.
Easy block.
Holly Lee, Lobos have numbers if he sees them. Left hand. Oh!
Nice. I love it. The
lucky lefty.
Yeah, nah, we ain't gonna call it lucky. Huh?
all right.
Because I'm a lefty. Because I'm a lefty.
We'll call it luck. We won't call it luck.
Van Berkelio with the rebound. Gets it to Kendrick Brown. Lobos are just We're in fifth gear. Uh-oh. The lob to Wilder goes back up with it with the left hand.
How you said we average 70 points. Here we are, 5.5 minutes left to go in the game. We just cracked that point.
You were watching, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, man. You gave me something to listen to on the way home.
Listen to, right? It wasn't on your dash watching. Were you while you're driving? Be honest with us.
I said listen, but I was watching.
70-33, 5.5 left to go in this one. On the floor for the Lobos, Cameron White, Chris Wilder, D.D. Williams, Jalen, Holly Lee, and Van Berkeley. Wilder with the steal.
Wilder on the breakaway.
Oh, my goodness.
Texas High cannot even run a play to get a shot off right now. That's three straight turnovers.
You know, once again, to all our listeners and Texarkana, Texas High fans that are listening tonight, you know, you kind of run into a chainsaw with Longview tonight because, you know, Longview's really fired up and they've had a great season and things are kind of coming into picture for them. So
this lead,
nothing against what Texas High has been doing tonight. They played a great game.
Yeah, this lead is at 39 points.
Wilder again.
You asked for this on earlier.
Holly Lee.
I did.
Oh!
Hey, anytime you shoot a three, Holly Lee, it looks good to me. That was pretty.
I mentioned it earlier. That is your leading three-point shooter for the Lobos at 43% coming into tonight. He's made both of his attempts.
That young man can shoot. I love to see him come into the game because you know
he's great form, great technique.
Yes, he's gonna play with high energy. And if he's wide open for a shot, he's not afraid to shoot it. So
yes,
he's one of my favorite players coming off the bench that I love to see. As you talked about Wilder earlier too.
Yeah, we were watching games earlier tonight. Frank and I were watching the freshman and JV team play, and one of the things we were talking about is those shooters know they're going to get a shot.
Yeah.
But one of the things they fail to do is the preparation you do before the ball gets there. And when you were watching Holly Lee, you know, these guys are, and you watch Drew Ward, these guys are preparing as they see the ball rotating and be down and ready.
Terrell Epling gets in the game and finishes at the rim. The
Gets
big
a rebound.
big post man, the senior. Is it Terrell Epling, the 6'4" senior?
Good to see him in the game tonight.
Getting on the box score tonight.
We got a wet spot there.
David Potter fouled.
Now it look like they're getting into it.
No. We don't want to do that.
Come on, Texas High.
You know, it's been a good
that wasn't on purpose
all night tonight.
Yeah, that definitely was not on purpose.
Yep.
It looked like he actually slipped before that contact, but hey, we're homers.
Sure. We say like Keith. You mean you think you want some of that smoke?
Yeah,
this is Longview High School we're talking about.
Yeah, that's true. Last place you want to pick a fight is here because we got some unruly people.
All right, guys, we're going to keep it non-violent tonight.
Definitely want to keep it non-violent.
I think we're heading towards a district championship here.
He just slipped a little bit.
Yes, that's all it was. Friendly fire.
It happens to the best of us.
Yep. You know, I want to give another shout out. You know, we see Ben Van Berkeley out there. His dad, Andy Van Berkeley, was a former Lobo basketball player that loves Lobo basketball. So if he's listening tonight, you know, I want to say hello to him, class of 1985.
85.
So
the year before you, huh?
Yeah, couldn't guard me though, but he's a former Lobo.
There we go. That is Von Derek Perkins.
Von Derek, great name. Sounds like he's going to be a wrestler someday.
It does. He wanted it.
Why not?
Oh, it's a little short.
He couldn't get his feet together. He didn't know if he wanted to shoot it or not.
Why not?
The bench would have even
not Epling.
Peer pressure got him.
They would have erupted if that would have gone.
They was ready too.
Eplings have been waiting to pull this one all night, all season, all year.
Potter with Epling and Brown in the corner.
So what are we in? We're in a zone here for the end of the game.
Again, I'm gonna leave that to you. I'm not sure.
Looks like we're in a way they're scrambling now. They're trying to hustle up to a man.
Open look, no good there. Epling with the no rebound, ends up to Holly Lee's hands. He gets it ahead to Cam White. Kendrick Brown was ahead. He couldn't get the basketball just in time. It's going to be Lobo basketball.
That was a little disco travel down there in the corner.
I saw a pivot foot pick up.
Yeah, he did. But
have a substitution. Sorry, fellas. David Potter's going to check out. and I didn't see who checked in. I'm sorry.
You know, you see situations like that, the refs look up at the clock and go, oh, there's 2 minutes left. Why call that one? Let the clock keep running.
They're trying to get out of here just as fast, too.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight. See you next week.
Gonna have a foul called on Holly Lee, I believe. That's gonna send number 3 to the line. And I said earlier, I don't have number 3 on my roster, so I apologize to that young man.
You know, his family is watching the live stream. They probably are watching it on Facebook, and they probably typed his name in about 3 times now to us, so we know. So we'll know that the next time around.
Sure. I could probably see now, but as you are well aware.
To his family, we apologize.
Through no fault of my own, I've personally been banned from Facebook.
Frank has his hands full right now.
So
I'm an intellectual property thief, according to them.
Okay. All right. I'll give you my login. You can use
Don't
it.
do that.
Then you don't want to read all of those messages either.
You don't want me to respond as you is what you don't want.
Actually, you shared a message with me tonight, so I probably
Holly Lee from NBA range. It's short. You'll be out there fixing potholes. And one.
Excellent shot there.
Cameron White.
Tough finish there by Cameron White.
Yeah, you have to borrow a Longview, City Longview truck. All those matches. Oh, yeah.
Hey, can I send out an invitation to everybody in Longview to make sure they come out to the home game next Friday night?
Sure.
It's
Tyler,
February night.
Hey,
you know, you want to tell us a little bit about that game?
Big game
It very well could be for first, second, or even third in the district. Senior night as well against our rival Tyler. The only loss we've had in the last 2.5 months came to that Tyler team in Tyler.
And we owe them. And we owe them, too.
So, you know, I want to send an invitation and or a challenge to everybody in Longview to come out next Friday to that game.
Let's pack it out.
Get this place packed out. It deserves it, you know. See if Longview can get the cheerleaders to come back out again and see if we can have this a fantastic night. These young men for this Lobo basketball team deserve your support because they played hard all season.
Maybe Ray can use his influence to get the Longview Orchestra out here.
I'm telling you, that's right.
Hey,
that is the last time you're going to be able to watch this team.
Great symphony orchestra.
Yeah, I know. I was reading about it today.
I would like to see their band to come out here and support them.
The whole band don't even have to show up. Just get a few half of
whatever
them,
the loudest instruments
just to make them.
Just to make it loud. I'll scream at it from up here.
Well, you know, that's the challenge we're putting out to everyone in Longview. You know, we know next week's a busy week. Hey, it's Black History Month. You know, what a great time to come in.
That was 15. Darnell Williams attempting to slam one home here.
Why not?
There was nothing but grits because there was no glory.
Yeah, I know. We're down by 41. Why not try to get a dunk?
I think I can. I did. Yeah, so yes, next week is the last opportunity that you'll be able to see these Lobos play at home.
Look at Epling. Oh, he's fouled.
Come out here and support these guys next week.
Good move by Terrell Epling. He's fouled. He's going to shoot 2. Again, Ray, we really appreciate you helping us out tonight with Keaton's absence in the first half. I thought he was going to miss the whole game.
He saw me getting up all those jumpers, and he was like, "Oh, I need to get here by the second half. They're having way too much fun."
That was a little doubt.
Frank was giving me the assists all throughout the night, and all I was doing was delivering them. He was like, "Hey, these guys are having way too much fun. I need to hurry up and get there."
Y'all made me look bad, man.
I'm not sure what's happening here, but Epling appears to be shooting what I assume is called a technical foul in high school basketball.
It looks like that's what it is. And/or he possibly was fouled in the process, and those free throws he's shooting with everyone away from the line. So it may or may not have been a tech. This may be the tech right now. So he may have just been shooting free throws because he was fouled during all the conflict.
I see.
We got Van Berkeley. How many left-handed players do we have on our team? That's the third one I've seen tonight,
That's all right. He finna knock this one down here.
Yeah?
Love to see him get on the scoreboard.
Let's go Van Berkeley-o.
Boom.
Look at that. Good shot.
Senior, right?
Senior.
Yeah, senior. Senior comes in.
Ben Van Berkeley-o. It's going to be Lobo basketball after the technical foul. We don't know who was called on or why. It's irrelevant at this point. Lobos lead by 43. My math is correct.
We want Epling to shoot another 3.
Then Berkeley will get one up.
Yes, I definitely want to see him
That's
shoot
a good
one.
look from here. It was on line just a little bit long. And Alex Orr still in the game. 3-point attempt from the corner. That's number one. It's good. It is Braylon Pearson. Texas Side Tigers still playing hard. Let's get Ben on the board here. He's in the corner. Nice pass. Cameron White's there to finish and one.
Nice play.
Nice finish again. That's the second and one opportunity for him.
He's trying to hold back a smile, but he can't.
He's telling everybody, hey, I lift weights.
84-42, 32 seconds left in this one. And he converts the three-point play.
Absolutely impressive performance by these guys tonight.
Yeah, the Lobos came out and did exactly what they needed to do on a Friday night against a team that, you know, for all intents and purposes, you probably should beat.
Looked like a double dribble there. But once again, I think the refs are ready to get home, so they're going to let some things go.
We told them before the game we're watching, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Lobo basketball, 14 seconds left.
You know,
and I know it's not about running the score up, but I'd like to see one of our seniors get a shot up here. Why not?
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's 14 seconds.
Clock ticking under 10 now. There's Van Berkeley.
They want to shoot.
Oh! And there he is, Terrell Epling with another bucket. I believe that's 6 tonight for the big man. All right. So you can hear the crowd telling you how this one ended. Lobos win at home versus Texas High, 45-point victory. Keaton, thoughts?
Man, I absolutely love this performance, especially going into the game, big-time game that we have on Tuesday against Mount Pleasant. Hopefully we can continue to keep showing up and showing out like we did tonight on Tuesday.
Ray Wade.
You know, once again, I want to thank you guys for having me here tonight. It's always a pleasure to work with y'all, and more so to see a very talented Longview basketball team. And, you know, if people have not been out to see them play this year, I mean, we have everything you really need. You know, we have great size inside. We've got great guards that can shoot it. We got great ball handlers. You know, we got the athleticism. We have a great bench. They're coached well, disciplined. So you have a lot of things that you love to see in a good basketball team, but also in a good night of entertainment in basketball. So, you know, tonight was no different. They came out, they did what they had to do against a team that was game, a team that didn't have anything to lose. They were 2-8 coming into the game. Longview has everything to lose because they have such a big week next week. So it was an honor to be here. It's great to see this competitive team play, see these kids come out and not take this game for granted.
Yeah, I just want to say, if you're watching and you own a business or you know somebody that owns a business, we're going to offer single game sponsorships for the next couple. They're massive, massive basketball games. Friday night, we're going to have half the city of Tyler watching. Lobos versus Tyler on the road Tuesday nights. So give me a shout. Check the page, get the email account if you'd like to have your company's logo and shout it out here on the stream. But for Keaton Daniels, for Ray Wade, for everybody watching in Texarkana, we appreciate you tuning in. Lobos officially move to 10-1 in district and maintain a first-place tie with Mount Pleasant. And Tuesday night is for almost all the marbles. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you Tuesday night, one way or the other.